out there. Is that our future? Is that what we're slowly getting to? Like the brains just can keep. Those are rams, right? I thought they had horns.
Honestly, I'm not really sure.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the 100th episode of the Obscured State of Mind podcast. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Yay, yay, yay. That's better. That's better. That's better. Now it's gonna be a little different for this episode here. Sorry, doing everything myself. I am the only one today, which is weird for me because I normally have somebody sitting across from me. So I just want to tell you a little bit about how it all began, and we're gonna do a 100 episode kind of recap at the end of my little bullshit here. I'm going to kind of go through all of the little clips and stuff that I've made, and I'm kind of splicing them all together, and so you can see kind of where it began and the transformation it's taken kind of to get to the point that we're... Sorry, I'm being distracted right now. My kids out there. I think they're going outside. Just kind of see how the podcast began, and then just the transformation along the way that it's overcome. And am I getting static again? I'm not even on the internet. Jeez. See, 100 episodes in, and we're still having problems. So 1 second. Hello. All right. That's better. Okay. So basically how this all kind of started was, you can circle back all the way to where I was playing in bands. Used to play in bands in Bay City, Michigan, all the way on the east side of Michigan, and then moved to the west side of Michigan, started a band over here called Death Abides. And really worked hard to build that as much as I could, and it would go. And also at the same time built a lot of relationships with the metal community and local musicians and things of that nature. And when the band inevitably ended, I didn't want to just stop doing stuff, but I didn't really want to be in a band again, at least right away. I mean, now I get itches all the time to want to jam again, but we'll see where that goes. But basically I took some time off, and with that time off, kind of re-energized, rejuvenated a bit. And then I was approached by my now buddy Eric Upson. We were talking about abandoned buildings and stuff like that, that we really liked, and we both really wanted to go kind of do that kind of stuff. If you've ever heard of urban exploring or urbex, or checked out the channel as a whole, you'd see what I'm talking about, because all the videos are on the Obscured State of Mind channel. Which brings me to a point I'll bring up later. Anyways, so we got together. I had a video camera that I had bought that I used for the guests sitting across from me, and I really needed to use it. I wanted to use it to film some sort of videos or something instead of just home videos. I kind of had a goal in mind for it, but so this seemed like a perfect opportunity. You want to go out, shoot, it's obviously more like B-roll type stuff. It's not shooting a film, but just to get some practice and lighting and all. It's and all that. It's a free subject, basically. These abandoned building is free. Like, you don't got to pay anything. You just go there and film shit. So if you have another person with you, you can film each other. So it was great practice for both of us. And I mean, we learned a lot in a short amount of time. Um, and you can fast forward to January of last year was kind of like, well, we'll jump back again. So we started the channel. We filmed a bunch of these places. I had the videos. I went through and put the videos together, and we had a bunch ready to go. So we launched the channel, launched the page under Obscured State, and we had our content ready to roll, and we're ready to release. So we launched. But what I quickly came to realize was, at the time I wasn't as privy to like Instagram Reels and TikTok and stuff. I still hated TikTok and all that. So, I mean, I wasn't utilizing that, but I was like, we need some content. Like we have good content, but not enough to like we need something like more consistent, because eventually you're going to look through all the buildings, at least the interesting ones around here or in Michigan in the regional area. And then what do you do? So I'm like, we should start a podcast. Maybe recaps of the places we've gone, maybe bring other people on, just me and you talking about gear, blah, 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 blah. So we ended up filming one with just both of us. Kind of, that's what the introduction is, which is a far-fetched introduction now. But that's kind of what that was. We're telling you what our plan was. Very next episode, we had Ruin Road come on, who are, they're pretty big for Michigan and urban exploring. So I thought that was pretty cool. We did like an hour and a half interview with them. And then Eric went on a trip. He was gone for like a month or so, and I needed to do more podcasts. So I was like, I'm just going to continue on and like get some more people on here. I tried to stick with more of a urbex flavor at first. Like, the third episode was Jordan Delgado, and we talked about abandoned buildings and what places he's been and like exploring and stuff like that. And I would try to keep that going, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that with everybody. And I knew I wanted to have more people on. And I knew it was going to end up turning into more of my gig because, that it just wasn't like Eric's cup of tea, which is fine. Totally fine. It just wasn't his cup of tea. So I knew this was going to end up being my baby. And so I started crafting it more towards that as we went on. And we still kept exploring and we still kept doing places, and we were just running the channel that way. And then, go to January of last year, and it's the abandoned school with power on and the police come. That's on the channel right now, and we got busted there. Busted, like, we didn't go to jail or anything, but we were thrown in the cop car, and they really made it seem like we were going to. And, that right there was, okay, well, we need to take a break. Because, I have kids and a family at home. I can't be going to jail for being in an abandoned building, right? So we decided to take a break. He ended up going back out more. I was getting busy with the podcast and promoting and doing all that sort of thing. And I just was like, man, I don't know how much time I'm going to have, because I also have the camping videos that, me and my wife put together, and I'm putting that on the channel. And I really like to be in nature and backpacking and camping and doing that much more than being in an abandoned building in a city somewhere, which I like both. I just prefer to be more in nature instead of the concrete jungle, the actual jungle. So I just started running out of time, so I haven't really been back out. Now I'm really planning on trying to do that again and get back out and hit some more select places, and just so I have some more video content. But something I wanted to ask you guys, if you're listening though too, is should I, maybe just separate that stuff into its own channels? I mean, I was told before that, I should separate my clips even and put my clips on a different channel. Kind of like, Joe Rogan JRE Clips page and then just the podcast page. I don't think I'm that big enough yet to be separating with pages. But something I've been tossing around is starting a separate page for exploring type stuff and putting, the urban exploring and camping videos on that channel, keeping the podcast on this on a different channel. Just kind of separate it up a little bit and, more define the audience. So, if somebody is following the channel for urban exploring and they could give a shit less about a podcast, well, they're just getting way more updates about podcasts than you are going to be urban exploring. That's just a fact of life, because I do about 2 of these a week, and that's just, there's going to be more content. That's why we started it, like I said, in the beginning, was for content. So in the grand scheme of things, Eric kind of just phased out. I said he should just do his own thing anyways, because he's got every weekend to be able to go out. He has no kids, like to go out and do this stuff that I don't want to hold anybody back. So I ended up changing the name to Obscured State of Mind. All I really did was of mind on there. And because now it's kind of about my mind a little bit. More so the guests that come on. So that's why it's of mind, not Scared State of my mind. But it's both, because I have all my content on here. So as the podcast kept going and I kept wanting more and more people on, I'm looking at my phone because I have like some bullet points here, or else if you're listening, I'll forget. So basically my goals with this, I'll just be frank, my goal is to, create a social platform for local and national level people under one roof. Create a metal outlet in Holland, Michigan, and be fiscally sustainable from sponsors, monetization, and a Patreon to help bring better and more content. Start and or separate a channel for the camping / urbex videos. Maybe separate that. That's still a him haul thing. And to be the best podcast in Michigan. Those are my goals. So for the social platform for local and national level people under one roof, basically, I want to be able to start garnering enough attention to bring on some bigger acts, bigger bands. They don't all have to be metal. I'd love to talk with all walks of music. So that way, when we get even more followers on here, and I have my local people come on, you have a bigger audience. It's not just all locals, and then you get a bigger audience to be exposed to with your music and getting to know you and the great comedic conversations that we're going to have and the games that we play and all that. You'll have a bigger audience for that because people know that, bigger bands do come on here. And then at the same time, you guys are coming on here too, or any of the locals. I say you guys because I'm assuming some people are listening, but you could be listening anywhere in fucking California. I don't care. If you got something cool and you're going to be in the area, let's do something. And then just to wrap that up, so that way national people are coming, so are locals. It's not just I'm gonna ride the backs of these locals until I can build a following to get national level acts, and then fuck you guys. That's not my point. My point is to give an outlet that I always wished I had, or we had when I was playing, for you to speak your mind. And to create an outlet in Holland has always been a goal since I moved back to Holland. I was born in Holland, lived here until I was a freshman. Then I moved all the way across state to Bay City, freshman in high school, all the way to Bay City. And then I lived my high school years there and some of my early 20s, and then moved back. So when I moved back, it was for work, and first of all, and then when I moved here, I made a good friend in Rich who helped out with the podcast in the beginning. And I was like, we need to bring metal to Holland. Let's get some metal shows going here. So that's something I've really slowly been working on, been grinding on, making relationships here, because my goal wasn't just to do it at a bar. I wanted to do it at the venue in town, which is the Park Theater. And I'm doing it now. I mean, it took a while. It took some weaseling around. It took some like, hey, you're doing a show there. Why the hell isn't my band on there? Get my band down there. Got my band down there. And talk to, the promoter, to the bar person, to all the way to the GM. And I got the GM, and now we're good with each other, and we're working together. And so it's just been a grind. And if you've ever gone through that sort of stuff, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. So that's something that I've been slowly working with, and he's gracious enough to be able to work with with me on metal shows. I am basically, in a way, Park Theater's promoter for metal shows now, which is kind of cool. It's just, let's build this thing. And I apologize if you live nowhere near Michigan, or you don't even plan on coming here. This is just a little local segment here, but it's part of my goals. And now it's just basically building that audience back. Holland used to have a metal scene. Like, it was the only competition in town for shows, any other shows that were going on or anything, was metal. So we need to build that back. And then from there, just keep bringing in quality bands, and the shows will end up just selling themselves, and it'll be a great place where you don't even have to work to sell your tickets. It's like a built-in crowd thing. That's what I'm trying to go for here. I'm not trying to go for every show as like, oh my god, I hope you guys can sell your tickets. That's not the goal. Of course, at first it is. I have no idea what is going on here. I just need a better computer, probably. So that is the goal, is to bring a consistent crowd in for any metal show that's going on. It doesn't matter who or what the band is. But that being said, in the beginning, I have to pick and choose wisely, kind of like who I should bring here. I have to be a little bit more selective, because I want to make sure these shows are good, and that takes being a little bit more picky, and to build that audience, and then from there, open the door more. It's kind of like the same thing with the podcasts I'm doing now. I've done 100 of these. I've had a couple that were duds. I've had some that were absolutely fantastic, but it's all in just kind of being a little bit more picky, a little bit more like, who do I want, and which will always be, who do I want to talk to? Like, I want to talk to a lot of people, but I only got 1 to 2 days a week to do this. Sometimes I can squeeze in 3, but most of the time when I plan 3, I'm planning on somebody canceling, because such is life, that shit happens. So, but just like with the podcast, I want to talk to a lot of different people, but it's all in building it up first and being a little bit more picky, and then sometimes not being picky, I guess, because it's not like I can get everybody I want. It's kind of almost two different things. With the music, you kind of want to be more selective on trying to get the best, and then with podcasts, sometimes especially a guest based thing like this you're trying to build, sometimes you bring your buddy on, like Scotty Lang, who's just, the past one was released, it's his 4th time on, but we can have a great conversation together. And with him being in National Guard and all that stuff, the National Air Guard, we got tons of stories to talk about that should be interesting. So, and then yeah, to start bringing on some sponsors, and some sort of monetization once it does grow to that level. Sponsors could be taken on now. It's not like my statistics are like absolute shit. They're not. They're decent. They're, most every episode that I've done is in the top, 40%. And then, you could of podcast downloads as a whole. And then you could extrapolate that to, I'm trying to go rough numbers. So at least, 3/5, something like that, are in the top 75%, or yeah, or top 25%. Sorry about that. Dumb math. Yeah, so it's not like they're bad, and that's for audio, and then you add in the YouTube views, and then you got some people where they like to watch more, which is why I still always do video. And you got some that don't do crap for audio, but everybody watched it. So it's not like they're that bad, but I think I could be doing better. So I think we need to try to push it a little bit more, maybe by sharing it with your friends, giving it a review on however you watch or listen to it. Especially if you listen, on Apple or Spotify, you can rate now. You can rate and review. So anywhere that you're listening, that stuff really does help and really does push it up into, because everything has an algorithm. So it kind of pushes it up to where it'll be suggested for people to watch. That's one of the hard things for this podcast, is getting it suggested for people to watch, because it's not like I'm doing a podcast on true crime. And that has a niche audience. There's not a niche audience for this. I bring in comedians, I bring in death metal musicians, I bring in acoustic musicians, I bring in paranormal people, I bring in people from the army. It's just about having interesting conversation. So, if there was a niche for interesting conversation, this would definitely be in there. And so with that, I'd like to, start bringing in some sponsors of, a place of business, whether that's in town, whether that's an online business. Feel free to approach me. We can work out some sort of deal. You can send me an email at the scaredstate@gmail.com. You can use that. You can email me personally, message me, anything, and we can try to work something out that way. I'm saying a lot, sorry. And to start separating the channel, I'm thinking of definitely separating the camping for sure, because that's much more of a niche. Not everybody wants to watch those videos, but there is a lot of people that do, including myself. So I'm thinking about, just kind of separating that for sure. And so separating that. Sorry, I'm freaking nervous because I'm here by myself. I want to make sure it's recording. Separating that, kind of like a K&A outdoors or something like that. And just build that separately. And I think well on the way of trying to be the best podcast in Michigan, at least with production value and what I have to offer. So let's just jump on board. And part of what I need for that is help with the, like I mentioned, with the ratings and stuff, and then just sharing the posts. If you see it on Facebook, if you would like to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, we're always at Obscured State of Mind. So that was a nice thing about the name too, is nobody has it, so I can just use that on everything. Yeah, and this is what I normally drink, is a Diet Mountain Dew. I don't drink beer all the time. I pretty much just drink beer on podcasts, because it's a lot more fun that way to loosen up. So Diet Mountain Dew is what I'm normally drinking. And I was thinking about maybe like a social media plan, kind of, maybe some guest posts where it's you craft the post, and I post it to the page along with, a link back to you and what you do. And also maybe like including like a share for share post. Say you got a show coming out and you'd really like, this, shared around as many sources, hit me up with your flyer. Say, hey man, I'd really like to share this flyer on your page if you'd post it for me. And then I'd say, sure, just maybe scroll through any of the past podcasts, maybe one that you've listened to or one that you would listen to, and give that a share. Something simple as that. I mean, because I got plenty of options for you to share. So, something like that where we can just help each other out. Hey, yeah, man, I'll share your flyer. I'll comment on it, tag a link back to you. And then you go ahead and, share something for me. Seems it's kind of like a like for like, but it's much more productive this way because you get to choose what you want to share. It's not just like my posts and I'll like yours. So it doesn't get you anywhere. But shares do. Shares are way more important than a like. And I can tell you that just from my one viral moment of making a New Year's Eve meme with Michael Jordan crying, and it fucking started getting shared all the time, and it got over 3,000 some shares. And once it gets shared a few times like that, and it's like a domino effect where if it is something that's catching fire, people will just share and share and share and share and share, and it just goes on. Like I was getting shares on it like way after New Year's Eve was even over. So it matters. It's much more than for your engagement than likes and comments, although those are nice too because I do like to converse with people. I kind of I've been tossing around the idea of possibly having a co-host. Problem is, I do it all in person, and so you'd have to be kind of local and willing to be here for all the podcasts, which is going to be kind of hard to find. I mean, I already have a video guy and John now. Who shout out to Rich, shout out to Jesse Sutton from Withhold the Blood for really helping build this as my video guy. And now I have John. And John only lives 3 blocks away. I could have called John probably now for this, and he probably would have came over, even though he would just be sitting out there. That's why I didn't. So, like, he was really close by, really easily able to get here. So I was kind of thinking something like that, maybe, but it wouldn't just be to, of course, it's not just going to be to come on here and talk shit. Like, you are going to help with the promotion and media and all that shit. Like, that's more what I'm looking for, is like someone who is going to come on here for the pods and really help grow it. Not just somebody to come here and talk shit and leave and they don't have to do anything else. So I'd like you to at least do some stuff. But I've been thinking about that. Just, also where, you have dead air moments, which quite honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself. It doesn't really happen that much. And if I do, I got a sound effect and then bam, we're back into talking. So I think I can handle it, but it might just be fun to have a co-host. So just something I'm thinking about. People, let's see. So I'd like for people, especially in the metal scene, especially people that I'm close with, to really embrace it and help grow it as well. If you're a fan of the podcast and you listen all the time, or you can't wait to listen, or whatever the case may be, share it around. I'm thankful for any listens, but when you listen and you set it down, like, nobody else gets to hear about it. So we need to, like, I guess if we can just, listen, maybe give it a share, your favorite topic of the podcast, something like that, that would go a million miles farther. But I do appreciate any and all listens. Everyone makes me happy. And then, like, an ultimate goal, I guess I'll just say that is if it were to grow into something full time, it would just be way more beneficial, because I could just bring everyone on that I wanted to, instead of having to pick and choose all the time, which would come with sponsors and monetization and a possible Patreon, and I mean, if I can make this with the little amount of time that I do have, I can't imagine what I could do with all that time. Because, like I said, I got 2 kids, I got a family, I got a job, we go camping, urban exploring, and I'm doing this and coming up with skits and making if I had a full time, possibilities are endless. And, yeah, don't underestimate the power of what this could do for everybody. And I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I feel like if anybody should be like in charge of doing that for everybody, I can handle it, because I've been in everybody's shoes. I've been miles and miles away from home playing a show, go to get paid and get $5. I've been there. I've been to the points of, I just want people to hear my shit, but nobody will, or nobody will give it a chance, or I've been in all of the positions. Sometimes even with this podcast, I still feel like that sometimes. Like, I wish people would just, like I said, embrace it more. But like I said, I would have stopped doing this if I was getting no listeners. Like, I would have stopped doing this a long time ago. Like, there is listeners. That's why I'm still going. And, and because I love to do it. So don't underestimate that, and don't fucking undercut me. Like, this is a more personal issue here, but don't fucking undercut me and try to go behind me to try to fucking get in somewhere where all you have to do is get a hold of me. So just reach out, get a hold of me. You know who to contact. So that'll go to the person that's supposed to hear that. Other than that, we got the 100 episode wrap up coming up now for you. So it's going to be a mixture of all of the funny clips, like that I would post on Facebook. And then some of them are just going to be regular clips, 30 seconds to 30, 45 seconds long. And it's going to go from the first episode all the way through number 100. So you're going to get a little fucking taste of every single podcast that has been done. That deserves a smoke. So I won't keep you guys too much longer. I don't even know how long I've been talking here, but it seems like it's been a long time. And I just want you to know that, like I said, I'm here for you guys. I'm here to bring you an interesting conversation that you don't normally get with people nowadays because you're busy on your phone or you're busy in life, and it's hard. So I'm bringing that to you, and I just hope you guys can sit back and enjoy, have a laugh, learn a little bit, and share it around. Without further ado, here is the 100 episode wrap up. Tick. Well, that'd be a good lead in for the
Czechoslovakian. I say I have so much fear that my culture has changed to being Czechoslovakian.
Okay. All right.
I'm fucking dead, man. You went. I knew you were like, oh. Back here then. And I'll just.
Damn it, every time I go to it,
like,
goes.
Hi, welcome to Obscure State. We have Kyle. I'm Eric. So, bro.
Alright, cut the shit. Ready? Oh, man. Alright.
So hard.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to the podcast.
I think you should say welcome to Concrete Jungle.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yo, I gotta take a piss, dude. This isn't gonna work, dude.
No.
This is not gonna work.
No, it's not.
We're not serious enough, though.
Do like anything like at night?
Not so much. Usually, like if we're in the city or whatever, when the sun goes down, we're usually out of there because that's when things usually more people are out that are doing things that aren't as good. So like we'll hit things usually in the morning and afternoon, and then by like dinner time usually we try to finish it up. But like we've done once in a while, we'll do some nice stuff.
It's mostly for like if we do something like Ghosts and Legends and stuff. Like we stopped at areas like Mouth Cemetery and we're like, just hit it and see what the fuss is about there.
Yeah.
So it's things like that. Then
Anything happened there? No.
Well, so we split up and
I've had something happen there.
yeah,
Me too, actually, yeah.
I did, at least I think I did. So you were on one side of the cemetery, and I was on another. I had this little night vision camera that he let me use. So I was, doing a little exploring, and I was looking at some of these headstones. They're like really small, dated. And I was trying to zoom in on one, and I heard some rustling next to me. And I was like, hey, Kyle, check this out. And I looked next to me. I didn't see him there, and I saw this tree still rustling. It wasn't windy or anything. I didn't touch it. I didn't see any animals scurrying under it.
Really?
So, like, it's just like where you turn white, and then I, like, screamed your name and just started booking it towards the other side of this.
Yeah, though, so I started going into buildings just because I wanted a new place to masturbate.
So that's all they grew was potatoes?
They survived on potatoes, root vegetables.
Wow.
That's what those people
Carrots?
ate. That's what, most of the decent food was actually exported out of the country at the time.
Quick, name 4 root vegetables.
Carrots, onions, beets, potatoes.
Damn, good.
What the fuck was that for?
Most people's Facebook wall would be better if they realized no one gives a shit what they think.
Good, like, solid middle of the line. That's where it's at. Yeah, right.
Start puking on everybody and your head spins around like a fucking
Yeah,
exorcist.
That'd be cool. What the fuck year are we living in? Our parents didn't deal with this shit. Most of our grandparents really didn't even deal with this shit. Now here we are.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That baked, like trying to sew.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, right. But how many cup holders is acceptable then?
Yeah. Right.
Sounds dry.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Not from-
Yeah.
I'm a bit ashamed that I'm not a big fan of barrel-aged anything. I think barrel-aged beers are awful.
Why am I still in the gown and you're not? Come in me, bro. Dude, I love it. That's good.
I'm going for it.
Are you really?
It's true. It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's very true.
It's true.
And all of a sudden he flips
Mama,
on.
Mama, Mom, Mommy.
Drink to that. Drink to that. I'll drink to that. And I got my mom
I'll
into
drink to that.
Yeah, I'll drink to that. So I actually got my mom into drinking beer. She's man.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
That's how you say it.
Louisville.
Yeah, just like that.
Louisville.
Do you really think you can do that? And they're like, let me present to you my third place karaoke trophy.
They just see my back.
Yeah. But they can see everything you're doing now.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
So
like,
for the
it's
Well, I
like
didn't think anybody wanted to see
it's
what
like
I was doing.
Yeah, it's like
It's like, fuck, this is really expensive. Start getting invested, you start playing in bands and stuff. And this is something.
In fact, did have an improper relationship with that woman.
Well, he blew out the gun there. We're back. We're back. Yeah, we're back.
one of the main drags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole. Duh.
The band from Australia that I refuse to talk about now.
Dealer?
Yeah, that one.
I'm good, man. I did my time.
I never done no time.
No, me either.
Almost been arrested
Me
twice,
either.
but never done any time.
You never been put in cuffs?
Never. Well,
You ever
no,
rode
never.
You ever rode in the back of a cop car?
I've been in the back of a cop
You
car.
ever rode in it?
Never rode in it.
Dude, I rode in it one time. It was fun.
I remember looking at Suicide Silence and going, man, these guys suck. At the end of the day, I didn't like who I became, but I had to make those mistakes to get where I am now.
Enter the
portable smartphone compatible Chilicapod. Built by Limba. The device could someday be used to test cooked meals, fresh peppers, say analytical chemist. Want to do a little analytical later?
Story time?
Story time.
Story time. Try being me.
Yep.
Dick Kuhan, I can see Crouton.
Dick Crouton in the house.
Kuhan.
Wow.
Almost sounds like Wuhan.
Wuhan clan.
The Kuhan clan. Oh, shit.
Crime Patrol. Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest interesting part about being someone.
Well.
WTF.
Flap of skin while wooing, and then at a strategic moment, dropping the mask. Dude, brutal.
I want the aliens to read your thoughts. With the CIA. I was wondering if I could just fit it over my hat. This is content. I don't care what you say.
What the fuck are you doing out there? You look like Iron Man. He's got it all the way over his face.
That's why I'm like, there's no way they're gonna let me go to chiropractor. And sure enough, you could. You had to wear a mask, all that stuff, which is whatever, man. Let's get this problem fixed.
Everybody would fucking hate you.
Oh,
that
yeah.
whole floor.
Right?
They'd be like, what the... Like,
Whatever, man.
Like when you're at work and somebody brought fish for lunch. Bro.
You fucking asshole. That's what the fuck you
Dude, I don't
are.
give a goddamn
you just stick
shit.
out the whole
So, okay,
fucking
shut the
break
fuck up for a quick second. So here's what we did.
If there's anything you can take away from this, if you're in a band,
Listen to Clint. He's a
Um,
huge band.
if you can set up your own shows and you can deal with that stress, do it.
Got dicks.
Got dicks.
Got dicks.
Got dicks.
Yucks on my feet.
Got dicks. You guys want to answer some questions? Let's change it up.
Fuck
Yeah.
no, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers.
You and that razor wit of yours.
Yes.
You and that razor sharp wit of yours.
That was
Thank
hilarious.
you, Beefcake.
Up the
You're
bone
losing
loss.
like 2% of bone loss a day. Something crazy.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
it's
fucking crazy.
No,
What
not
the
a day. That's way too much.
Dude.
You'd be gone in
Yeah,
a few
you'd be
days.
gone. Like, you're fucked, dude.
100% bone loss. And
You're sitting there, you're deflated. You're
Like-
just like, it's day 14, dude. Fuck. Can we get back to Earth? Well, they can't just regenerate your bones, bro. You're fucked.
As a kid, I used to pronounce it G-off.
Me too. I'm like, what the hell's this guy's name? Geoff?
Jeffafa.
Jeff. I feel like you have to have that shaped mouth to do it.
Jeffa la 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 la.
Yeah, perfect for the holidays. You're over the loudspeaker to get him to come back over the whole factory. Yeah, to the front office, please. To the front office, please. Thank you. You hear, they always hear it.
It's a,
Yeah,
can't even
it's
do
like,
it.
why did I slam it now? Then they mess up. It's like you, like what'd you do? You fumbled it. You fumbled. You lost. No touchdown. You fumbled. You're gonna have to do it again. Can't wait to hear again because he doesn't come to the office because he's not here right now.
I think I've done that when I've hung up on the phone on
Yeah.
the vendor.
Yeah. No. And I have
Bro,
to
and I
fire
have
you.
to.
Easy.
Point blank.
You fucked up.
No, bro.
I'm
dude,
thinking
like,
2018.
the fucking Sonic movie came out this year, dog.
What?
like time for everybody is fucked.
Sonic
let
movie
me-
came out this year?
This year.
Whoa, bro. This place seems fake as fuck.
You're gonna die today, little son of a bitch.
I have come here to take over all things that you tell me. You tell me to poke everything, I take beer. Snort beer. That's so crazy. All of it. This, it's just the head and the shaft. Everything.
Kangaroo Jack had a plot, okay?
Oh, shit. I forget it.
They, what's his face accidentally,
Boring.
So, you had to scoot across like a whole room, and then it dropped down, and then it led into like their more basement proper. So we had to do that, like passing our like camera gear between each other. And it's hot. This was the summer. When I were playing on even this continent.
Don't be beating up the microphone.
A cartoon. It'd be like a cartoon where your legs are just.
I used to practice my Jonathan Davis impression on the Faceless tour.
Oh yeah.
The fucking boom.
That was pretty good.
I practiced it on tour because I was that bored.
Or like people that are double jointed. Like fuck you. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here, man. What the fuck are you doing? How'd you figure that out? That's my question.
Right.
Are you trying to suck your own dick?
That's my shit. I thought that was so heavy.
Well, it's actually my idea to do that.
You really pearled that joint. That's nice.
Ever walk in on your parents having sex, or if your parents were together, your
No.
mother having sex with anyone? Because it was in my younger years.
No, I like the initial shock factor of everything.
Right.
And it was hell. As soon as it started getting like wet, I'm like, deuces. Because I've had a long date.
And I kind of liked it. Yeah.
Dealing with this. The screen here.
Oh.
And this way, I don't end up looking like a crackhead again and smoking my screen to get the key.
Now, see.
I don't know. Follow my podcast on Twitter at Where Is This Go Po. Follow my podcast on Instagram at Where Is This Going Pod. Or follow us on Facebook. But also,
whose dick's the biggest and whose dick's been fucking the hardest. You know what I'm saying? Like I said last time, just shut the fuck up. Nobody cares what you think. Most people's Facebook wall would be better if they realized no one gives a shit what they think.
Just got Mario Kart 64.
Hell yeah. Like, fuck you.
GoldenEye.
Nice. Oh, GoldenEye, dude. Fuck you.
Donkey Kong 64.
Perfect Dark. That one was like, fuck you. It's a good one,
Perfect
too.
Dark I want to get too.
No Mercy. That was like the best fucking wrestling game ever. Normally, but not this time.
No. If you had a desk job, would you want like a chair that had like a poop chamber underneath it, or you just poop right at your desk?
No.
Why not?
Because you're like, what you did was you spoiled it for the rest of the town.
Right.
Now we can't go out to eat. Because I just want everyone to be fucking happy. But I'm sacrificing my own.
Like there's like so many steps.
Look at the Amish right now. You think they don't even know that this
All
shit's
you
going
need to do
on
is
right
watch
now?
The Reaper, and it'll explain everything.
So I shot a big ass buck down in Ohio. We were down there for like the week hunting and shit. And we're tracking it. I hit it low, and I don't know, we were just tracking it all over the fucking place. And finally we all split off and we went in different areas. There was me, my buddy Joe, and my buddy Shag.
I don't have a whole lot of time. Well, look, just begin by finding out if you're using this line properly or not. Okay, in Area 51? Yes.
And then they're like, blop, 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 and just gone. And I'm like,
why are you lying?
I'm not.
That guy's tone's pretty good. That 412 cab is sick. Sick, man.
I don't even want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. That's crazy, dude. How many Avenged Sevenfold fans listen to your podcast?
I don't know.
dead.
I hope none.
I hope none.
When was like the first time you like swore on your parents?
Oh, dude, I was totally a punk kid. So I definitely probably did it as a teenager and got
really?
got
I
my
didn't
ass
until I was like
grounded.
21.
Really?
Yeah.
And then you were like, the first time you threw it out, you're like, let's see how this goes.
Everybody get ready for wave 2. Oh, we're gonna get ready for
One thing you'll never do again. Give me a buzzer, Rich.
Suck 5 dicks instead of being eaten by zombies.
Wait a minute! You've done that before? Holy shit!
You did.
Comedy is so stupid. Vomiting is basically the worst feeling you could ever have as a comedian. I'm still way better than you. There needs to be another Inspector Gadget movie, I think.
You think so?
Yeah. The kids need Inspector Gadget. You know, who would play Inspector Gadget these days?
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson? Luke Wilson would fit it more.
Dude,
Chris Pratt. But
I was
no,
just
that would
gonna
be-
say that. Why was I gonna say that too? How old's Matthew Broderick?
You know, Robert Downey Jr. would be a great Inspector Gadget.
There you
Honestly.
fucking
But he already
go.
played Sherlock Holmes, so it's like, how many detectives can he play?
How many?
Actually, Benedict Cumberbatch, he'd be a great Inspector Gadget. He plays Sherlock too, but, you know, fuck it. Oh, John Mulaney. John Mulaney is Inspector
Mulaney.
Gadget.
There
There we
you
go.
go.
That's it.
All
He
right.
looks like him. That would be good. Andy Samberg. There we go.
Ooh.
Andy Samberg, Inspector Gadget.
Ooh, that's
Yes.
good.
That would be good.
That's good.
Because I've died twice. Like a shadowy little, something moving, walking back and going back and forth in front of the gate. I remember feeling it's not my time to go yet. And he's like, it's not your time yet.
It's not your time.
It's not your time
Not your
yet.
time to go.
And it was kind of like, it's not your time.
It's not your
Straighten
time.
your shit up.
That's not very rock and roll.
Yeah. I'm a damn alien. I have tentacles inside my penis right now.
Make him a little saucier.
ObscureRadio.com.
Waves.com.
All
Tune in for
right.
the zaniness.
Zany, wacky,
Zany and
wild.
wacky.
You look like Metro Gay.
How do you feel about hunting?
Hunting. Good. we just no, we just like went out and then we like sat behind a log and he was just like, sit down and shut up. Like, don't make any noise. I'm just like, this is fucking not fun at all.
There's an active serial killer. It looks like there's an active serial killer. Oh, there definitely could be a serial killer there. If you were to get executed, what way would you want to go?
This guy is going to kill him.
Yeah.
Like you get to pick who fucking kills him.
I'd wear like the.
Buy my book.
Okay.
So we got Jesse here. He smokes and shit too. So it's like just
Yeah.
whatever.
Holy shit!
What?
She would crawl out of that to the edge of the bed and watch me sleep. Wood that you'd pull on, like, and it creak open. I was scared it was going to happen. Like terrified it was going to happen.
Underneath me, there was like tentacles and fucking aliens all underneath me, dude.
Yeah, take that.
Why shouldn't there be? Why
That's what
wouldn't
it is.
there
Why,
be?
why, How isn't there? How isn't there?
Exactly. Where do you think they're at?
I don't have a beard. Dude, 3 months ago I had that exact same dream. That's scary.
I don't know how to explain it. Dude. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm on an organization that has this and does this for a fucking living.
Because all I did was flinch.
Show me a video of this.
My neck muscles were so tired that I could not keep my bottom jaw closed.
It's like doesn't need to.
We are the convalescents. We'll find a way.
We'll find a way
to take
before it's
pieces
just
off this
stained
bus.
with blood.
If
It will be the first thing.
And if you can't figure it out, you don't play your instrument enough.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's a way because our shit's not that hard.
Okay. So like for her parts,
Shitty steel. Like I don't know exactly
Steel?
what kind of metal it is.
Oh, steel.
It
So like for her parts,
Show the camera what it is.
this one.
Yeah, show your camera. Your camera. Yours.
So many cameras.
Dude, this is the first time in the setup. I'm confused. I'm like, where's all my shit?
It's like cut it out.
Trim the fat.
Yeah, just give us the gist. Like, if I don't need to know that you started your day off, you were feeling fine, and you decided to eat some Taco Bell, and so you were eating a Taco Bell as you were driving. Your stomach started feeling. I don't want to hear all that.
No.
I want to know. Okay, I ate some Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It fucked up myself. I shitted on myself in front of on my first date. Some
Yeah.
shit like that. It don't even have to be true.
Like, okay, I finally got my gig. You got 5 minutes. That's it. And
Right.
and it's
Okay.
killing a dog, and you're set.
Like I gotta at the end of my set, this guy gave me $5. Like what
the fuck? He just gave me $5.
Well, I
He
was
like,
like,
here's $5.
I had
He's like, nobody's gonna fuck with my cane, bro. I'm like, yeah, that's true.
got the looks that drives a girl while I got the moves to really move them.
Some chills.
Up and down their spine. I'm
Fuck you. You know what I mean?
Can I see your letter real quick?
Yeah. I'm a noob too. Salvia. Okay.
Salvia,
Yes. All right. So yeah, Salvia. So
Yeah.
disclaimer: if look it up first before you try to see if that's something that you could be drug tested for.
Yeah.
And I felt like I could, if I took a step, I would go all the way to the end of the room. I felt like I was holding on to my seat really hard, but I wasn't moving or doing anything.
I don't blame you.
Skin mask, abducted her out of the woods.
Yeah.
And we stuffed her in a cage and then drug her out on our table, tied her down, disemboweled her, ripped her eyes out, and then cut her head off.
Yeah, well,
horrible things to this nice girl.
It's like kind of gangly. So
kind of gangly.
Yeah, I got arrested in that town once, and they were really sweet. They were nice
They were
cops.
very
Yeah,
nice.
I don't know what it was. I didn't get shot. I don't know.
Yeah, so you had a toilet in there.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Did you poop?
I did.
I would. Too.
I was shy. I'm a very shy pooper, so I'm not good at anything else.
I literally left it all on the stage.
Yeah. Dude, I'm high as fuck, dude. I hadn't smoked in like a week. Man, if you ever seen me at a show, $12 old fashions in the bathroom.
Old
Hit
fashions.
me up. There's no whiskey involved with that. I had to undercut our bass player. He was charging $15 a pop. Rich bitch. Rode up at a new job for that one. So he was like, oh, it won't fit. I was like, oh, you should spit on it. They're like, that's offensive.
Yeah, that's offensive.
Well, it's not my fault I have Asperger's. Fuck you. I just say shit, dude. I don't know.
Everybody get ready for
Where's my question?
Anal, absolutely.
Okay, so what's the life expectancy of a guinea pig?
About 5-6 years.
I mean, I won't kill an infant. I will draw the circle.
Like
Literally in a
from
cornfield at 3 a.m.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. It's God's place. But I mean, like suspense horror. I mean, like Stephen King's fabulous. Like they tried to. My sister tried to fuck with me when I was like 5 or 6. She locked me in a room. I put it on. Just like, more. Yeah, dude.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How could my life be different without Cinco de Mayo?
So how was that for an intro?
I'm up on that top bunk, and all of a sudden, the bed just starts like shaking like violently.
The bunk bed?
Yeah. And I'm up
Ooh.
there just fucking shaking.
Bunk bed. The bunk bed bell that they had a bunk bed and something about a bunk bed in their haunted story or whatever.
One day I'll sail my fate, till then I'll just roam.
It's definitely something to ponder.
And I used to play our beats off of my iPhone and a fucking hit what we call a hip hop cable, but until my fucking backpack got stolen at Lippy's goddamn fucking yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
We literally were just in the mindset of fuck it, we just want to get in front of people and
Right.
play. Like, yeah, man, I love closing shows out.
Fucking why?
What do you mean why? Couldn't even tell you how many times people have walked in and be like, oh, did you guys play already?
No, it's Dreamers.
Oh, Dreamers? Holy shit, dude. That place is for sale.
You brought up a good point there.
Yeah.
Fucking mind
My name is Joshua Boyd Charles Rosales. I have a son, and I named him Joshua Boyd Charles Rosales as well. Now, capital V, little O, little L, dot, capital I, which is Volume 2.
Oh.
Joshua Boyd Charles Rosales, Volume 2, which makes me Joshua Boyd Charles Rosales, Volume 1. Isn't that dope?
Yeah, dude. What's up with so what was it? The Deggy draft?
The Deggy draft essentially started with me drafting friends into the NFL via social media, where I would just say, like, you know, so-and-so. With the third pick in the 2013 draft, or I can't even remember where it started. Essentially, now it's become like a content creation competition. So people are, whoever makes the most ridiculous videos, doing the most ridiculous shit, to become the #1 pick in the Deggy draft. Carl Sobel.
Carl Sobel?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard my name.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Talking about me over here. Fuck. Putting all this goddamn work into a stupid online thing. And it's like, yeah, girls look at me.
I should have known, man. I should have fucking known. I'm like, why does he keep asking me to say his name? Each one of his videos were like a sketch. They were well edited and super funny, and he made it happen.
Yeah.
If I knew he was gonna do this, though, I probably would have picked a black guy or something.
Yeah.
Any black guy will do it.
Anyone. So we got the #1 draft pick in the house.
Dude, as soon as that music cut in, I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? You'd think it's so cool that, like, the real Stone Cold was here, but that he just broke everything in your studio.
He just broke everything. Chugs all my beer and then leaves.
As the #1 pick in the 2021 Deggy draft, not only did I promise him he could fuck my wife and my mother every once, and I would offer my dad up, but he's dead.
Oh, well.
But if I could tell you
2 out
where,
of 3.
I can tell you where. I can tell you where he's. Do you guys use lotion or anything?
I'm a dry guy.
See, this is it's crazy to me.
Really?
Really? Right.
Lotion to me at that point was just like something my mom used, you know, to jerk me off.
Ain't no son of mine gonna use no fucking lotion to jerk off. Fucking pansy boy.
Who the fuck is Johnson?
Yeah. I know the first Johnson, but I don't know the second Johnson. You're gonna get a blood clot, boy. I don't know why my dad sounds like Mr. T. I pity the fool who jack off with lotion.
God, I hope my wife doesn't watch this. She won't.
And the people who fly the Confederate flag are not always racist. Yeah, there's those piece of shits in the Ku Klux Klan.
It's like, well, you can't judge me by my flag that did symbolize racism.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you like argue that? Like, that to me, it's inarguable. Like, you can't say, well, it never didn't. That's not what it means.
And I'll agree with you
can't
on
judge
that.
me, but yeah, I'm carrying around this big judging cape. Like, judge me now by my flag.
I'll agree with you on.
You've had sex with women.
Once or twice.
Yes. You're but I never see it.
Super fucking relevant. So, like, there's a big difference that came through. Some members that wanted us to really accomplish, other members that weren't like keeping up. Some people just weren't working, other people were working too. I'm kind of like sitting on all this stuff. I'll present stuff, you keep shooting it down. But
So this is kind of more of like a relief then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was a lot of work.
You peed. We got you.
You peed.
Some full clown with the chainsaw, and I'm like, yeah, back home.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the bitch. That was great. Dude, I just shit my pants.
No.
And I'm at stage one, wiping my ass on my socks and act like it never happened. Get in my car naked, whatever. They walk up there like, oh my God, what is
Like, you can act tough in the corn, not in the car, honey.
Here's your balls.
You can have them tonight.
You will shave tomorrow. Yeah, it's just...
Don't leave within 300 feet of me, please.
People like to get their picture taken. I like it, but I don't. I want to scare people.
Right.
I mean, people shit. That's
You see
fun.
people's shit.
This ain't. Oh,
You see people's shit here. Whenever you come up with more time, you're filling it. You're just trying to fill it with something. You never.
It's a toss-up.
It's a toss-up. Pulse that baby up.
Yeah, I didn't understand what you said there, but I like it.
Wow. Did you came into the window with the sound of a crescendo? Wow.
What happened to Powerman 5000?
What do you mean what happened? They play here around here all the fucking time.
Really? It's just like, I don't know. It's one of those moments. I had to get out of my shell and be like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I don't like this genre.
Do you
Me in
like
10
the
years
country
being
rap?
like,
You
no,
like the country rap
that's
stuff?
it annoys the fuck out of me.
Really?
Watch me in
Some
10
of it's
years
kinda
end up
cool.
fucking
You like
making
Upchurch?
Upchurch is okay.
When you wipe, are you a folder or are you a crumbler?
You guys asked the real questions here, man. This is why I'm gonna fuck with the Obscure podcast. I'm a folder.
I'm a folder too.
Yeah.
So it depends on where you're at in your wiping process. I'm Morgan Freeman. This is how to wipe a butt.
That was the Bernstein advantage.
The Bernstein advantage. Yeah. The blind guy ain't seeing shit. He's just feeling his way through this case.
Vegetables are awful. I've never had a vegetable I've been like, this is amazing.
Even corn.
Even corn has like no value.
I know, but it's like you can be like, I
had a vegetable.
Like it was mostly water. And any member of the public that wants to come to a regular meeting can speak on any subject they want to for 5 minutes. You line up and you come up to the microphone and you say your piece, and then the next person comes up, speak to council. So you are talking to us, or you're communicating to us, not looking back, you're not engaging with other people. We have very strict rules. Don't yell at us, no profanity. We won't put up with any of that at all.
Other than that, you guys just sit up like a stiff board.
And you sit and you listen to it, and
All right. It's time for many questions from a Holland Facebook page that nobody actually gives a about.
I mean, not everybody's cool, but that's a place. That's how places are. I fuck them.
Fuck them. Why are you still here or involved?
Yeah.
Like, what? Why are people still supporting you?
All right, everybody get ready for way too many questions.
People that are in bands
not
come
that
and watch
far.
our stand-up. We'll come watch your show. We'll trade.
You're fucking lying. Your house, her house, or neither when you lost virginity.
I mean, when I was younger, I used to think there's no way that could happen. That could happen to anybody.
Up to how many minutes?
The longest I've done is almost 30 in South
Almost
Bend.
30?
Yeah, the big old thickums. Yeah. Cummings is awesome. Coming there, evolution only takes what it has, so it can't create something entirely new, which is why, like, I will say by definition and by truth, I didn't do very well, but I saw people laughing, but they weren't laughing. They were token and doing one of these, just like.
Somebody makes a cock corner. And everybody just dresses up as like they get the dick costumes from Party City and they just go around and do Caroline for Christmas. Why not, dude?
Come all ye faithful. Joyful and triumphant.
Dick the halls with balls.
Would you like some gumbo?
Do you like the band Imagine Dragons?
Not really.
Oh. Well, Imagine dragging these nuts across your face.
Yeah, I got this stash.
I literally had enough weed for about a year.
Right.
And it was all right. Before I ran out, I would make sure that I grew again. There was
We're
once
gonna
or
start a
twice
little
where-
early this year. I don't.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking run out again.
All this shit on my calendar's going off now. I don't know what the fuck to do. Now it's reminding me to come here.
No. This again.
Yeah.
Oh.
You think that's what happened to Dave?
His calendar went off.
It's time. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. This one will go off the rails. Top 10 alternate band names you guys could have chosen instead of Let It Rot.
The top 10, like,
Oh God.
yeah,
Without all that.
Welcome to Good Burger, home on the Good Burger. Can I take your order, please?
Dude, like that was terrible.
it was terrible. That was terrible.
It vanished.
Is it in the seat?
No.
Is it in your pocket?
Man.
I would enjoy it.
Number 9, Let Fish Rot.
Oh goodness, why fish?
Is it fish like
Because
is
it's
it
fish.
Well, no. Is it fish like a fishy fish or like fish like the band with
Tuna.
a PA? Oh,
Like, but she was Snapchatting something of us
Okay.
to somebody else.
And I
He
called
was
around.
like,
I was
"Get
like,
off your phone."
I was trying to talk to the whole crowd. Everybody was reacting, and I was like, "You right there, you with the phone."
Oh, why though? So why did you say that?
I don't know. I guess I felt like calling somebody out.
Check the douche-a-do.
The douche-a-do?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that thing's called.
Number 3, Big Fat Cocks.
I like that.
Big
I
Fat
bet you do.
Cocks.
Yeah.
It was in his pocket.
It was in his pocket.
That fucking morning when fucking we all woke up to find Mike sleeping in his tent and it was like full of like 6 inches of water.
Yes. I was sleeping in a swamp, dude. Straight up. Like the tent was my blanket from the water.
It was
Like, literally.
collapsed over him and it was just completely
And I was
soaked.
just chilling, dude. Like Tyler and Joey
Oh,
both
no.
started sleeping with me there, like after we were partying like all night. They're like, yeah, and then it started raining. They're like, both like, fuck this after an hour. And I'm just like, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. This happens. This happens. Then I woke up literally, the tent is my fucking blanket and I'm in water. I'm completely
And
soaked.
He just wakes up to all of us just berating him
Yes.
and laughing.
Like
It's me or Danny touches that drum kit and he will fucking
Got my
murder
nuts
them,
on your
dog.
drum
I'm
set.
Oh man, it's your pride. It's your pride and joy.
It
It's,
is.
You know.
It is. You know,
You
I
don't
just
fuck with another man's stuff.
right.
We wouldn't know.
And in one man's trash, there's another man's treasure.
Well, I mean, you know, I don't lend things to people unless I absolutely know them and just, you know, but I mean the random, oh, hey man, can I borrow some, you know, can I borrow your cymbals?
Oh, hell no.
Absolutely not. We may,
No
absolutely
cymbals.
we may have talked about this last time, but we played a show in New Orleans with a band that was on, they were from Ohio. I don't know if they were on tour or whatever, but we were living in Louisiana at the time, but playing this show. And before we come up, this band comes up and they're like, hey, can we borrow your hi-hats and your sticks and your stack and everything, basically? No. We got an acoustic guitar and our bass player. They're like, you want to put an acoustic through at 812 over there?
Mm-hmm.
No. And you can't borrow our cymbals, and sorry, you can't borrow our sticks. And, you know, if you're on the road, bring that stuff. What are you doing leaving I mean, all of that? I get the travesty of that shit happening. You know, if you left something, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, you're responsible for that. That's your responsibility to be, you know, accountable for all your equipment.
The boat scene in Willy Wonka?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like I'm on right now.
Me too, dude. Me too.
Fuck no, that would have been flagged.
Holy fuck.
What do you think?
How's your eyes, Kyle?
That's just one of my videos.
Yeah, we won't be playing anymore.
No.
on here.
You guys are really hurting my feelings.
I enjoyed
no,
it. It's just,
I
it was
mean-
a fucking wild ride, bro.
Yeah, no, it was a great for it's like a personal use.
I mean,
I do have like phases where I'll have like this mania. It feels like someone gave me like a stimulant in my sleep right before I wake up. You know, it's like I feel like super conversational. It's like I'm a pretty like reserved person. It's like sometimes it's like I can't shut up.
You can't shut
It's
up.
like I
Yeah.
feel good, like I feel really good in those moments, and then usually it'll crash and I'll feel really, really bad.
And then you just like, it's like you've had your fill of being around people, and talking, and now you just like, no, I need to be alone.
Right.
Type of
And
deal.
yeah, it's just like over time, looking back, it's like you can see there's these ebbs and flows.
You would the corporate emo, I guess you could
Corporate
call it that. The real emo bands were way more underground. You didn't know who they were.
Like him and stuff like that.
No, like yeah,
other than
that was all that
liking
corporate
yeah,
corporate stuff. Like the real emo stuff was like emo and screamo stuff. You had like stuff like, I guess you consider like For the Sims Forever and American Football, that kind of thing was like the emo-ish stuff. And then there's a lot of the underground stuff that really never known, Cursive and that kind of thing. And then the screamo stuff, like Page 99. Screamo, old screamo, like almost kind of sounds like grind a little bit.
Grindcore?
Like, yeah, a little bit. Like it's a lot of, it's really fast and blasting and stuff, but the vocalists are usually like very like, what's the word? They're almost kind of whiny-ish, but they're also like screaming at the same time.
Like, so I went and I found like the local Mount Pleasant newspapers, right? And I started looking through.
Is this through like the old like
Karnak? So it was so cool. Like, if you ever get the chance to like just find archived.
Is this on the internet that you found this?
The past. It's really a trip.
Do you remember going to the library to like look through
graphs,
like the things, and like be like this big
Yeah, I just did this one online, and
so you found the
I'm
article
looking
from
at
Mount
it,
Pleasant.
and it's like, dude, it was crazy. So we have Facebook, so you're just scrolling, and you're like, oh, this is what's going on with this person, this is what's going on with this person, right? The fucking newspaper like had like everyone's story of everybody that's going on. So it's like this person
Hazel's
has daughters in town for the week.
Really?
Yeah.
They arrived at this time, and like
how many people are in the town then? Did
It's
you
like
look
the
that up?
news feed of Facebook, but this is like old school. Do
you remember what year it was? Remember what year it was?
1918.
Jesse, can you Google the population of Mount Pleasant, Michigan in 1918? Now I'm curious how many people actually lived in Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, it was like a whole like public board of like what was.
So it
going
was like
on. That was like the
olden
news.
times Facebook.
Yeah, it was like old time Facebook, and I was like,
holy
dude,
shit,
this is so trippy right now. Like, what?
I have to take a break from the headphones.
That's fine.
They're hot.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, just posting like everybody's shit on there. Like,
Yeah,
what they got
dude, it was
going on.
wild. I was like,
like
this is crazy.
Like you could. What
It's
else
so
would be
interesting.
on there?
It's so
Like, what everybody
interesting.
had
And they
going
had-
on.
then you
Like we're
would
having
see,
a
like-
yard, like not a yard sale, but their harvest sale or whatever. Like
Yeah.
the Johnsons are it's whatever the Johnsons.
The Smiths.
This is the what?
The Smiths.
The Smiths. Yeah, all the generic
Smiths,
names. All the generic. We laugh at names now, like we were talking about earlier. But like look at the names back then, like Gertrude and stuff. Like what the? What were you guys
I don't know
thinking?
where that one came from?
Yeah, like there's
There's
like
some that just roll off the tongue, like
Mildred. I
Mildred.
love Mildred.
Well, in 1920, there was 4,819.
4,819.
It must be just some people that they.
And by the way, it was constantly rising since 1880. I'd say about 4,500 in 1918.
Oh.
Huh.
So how many is there now? Yeah, now compared to 2021. So 4,800. Did you say? 4,800. About 4,800.
25,629 as of 2019.
About
How many are in Vestaburg?
Vestaburg? Okay. Is it called Village?
Vestabu.
Is it town of Vestaburg or village of Vestaburg?
I don't know. I have no idea. It's.
There's a bunch of villages out there too.
It's probably a village. I'm assuming. Vestaburg.
Vestaburg, Michigan.
2,869.
You guys should have your little Facebook posts on here. You gotta have a little.
This is what's going on at Dollar General today.
This shit went down, man. last
Sometimes
night.
I do
At the-
though.
at the
Like
Dollar
sometimes I
General.
get pissed off at Dollar General.
Oh, Vine was the
Vine was
best.
the best.
Vine literally was the best.
Like I said this before, it was like you had like what 6 or 7 seconds, and you better fucking be funny.
That's all you got.
That's all you got, bitch.
Chickens. Like if I say that, people know what I'm talking about.
Look at all them chickens.
Yeah.
But then they came out with so like when Vine first came out, there was the regular one, and then they did the Revine update where you could revine stuff, and that killed like stuff. Because me and my friends would make vines, and we were in Grand Rapids at some restaurant, and these people came up and they're like, "Did you guys do the TikTok about dates?" And we're like, or the Vine about dates, and we're like, yeah.
No shit.
And they're like,
Really?
you guys are funny. I follow you. And we're like, this is so weird. And then the Revine came out, and like everyone would just follow, everyone that followed like the same like 5 like big people would just Revine all of their stuff. So you couldn't see like the ones that your friends were doing anymore, unless you were like on like
See.
31.
Oh my god.
I know.
I'm almost 30, so I feel you.
Are you?
So I actually got
You're
you
almost
something.
30. Oh,
First
you
Switch.
did?
Yeah.
Did you?
First Switch.
Chips. Oh, nice.
Party hats, dude.
Oh, we got party hats?
Yeah, party hats. Yeah.
Oh. Party hats. Awesome.
And on top of that, I'm just throwing shit.
Nothing's better than party hats. Okay. Put it here. Right over my dead flower peeps. There we go. It's terrible audio. Terrible audio, everybody. This is a terrible host.
No, I'm the host, remember?
I know, that's what I'm saying. You're a terrible
Oh,
host.
my bad.
The first time I had like a full-on ego death type trip,
Yeah.
it definitely made me like I accepted my death within that trip. It went bad. It went bad. Needless to say, because I obviously accepted my own death.
Yeah.
But it was to the point. Yeah, I just the full ego death thing, and I just thought I was dead and the whole thing, and I just thought I was in blackness or whatever. There was no me.
There's nothing. You couldn't see anything.
I forgot that I was
even existed.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know how to explain that, but that's the best way to say it.
What was visual? Black?
There was basically nothing visual. It was just
Nothing
thoughts.
visual, just thoughts.
It was just like a sea of thought.
Just a sea of thought.
This is the only time, and this is
In
the only,
eternal blackness.
I've done shrooms a couple times, but that was the only time that it was like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We didn't even introduce you guys yet. So we have Amber Morrison here. Aaron Lumsden.
You know how I bet there's a shitload of people laughing at that right now.
So what about the freaking dude trying to sue for, being on the Nirvana cover? Where he's a big
Oh yeah, that was this. I read that this morning. Dude, what the wiener hanging out, dude? Like
straight shit. Somebody posted a compilation of all of his pictures, right? That he reenacted. You know?
Okay. Oh
Have you
yeah,
seen
yeah, because I
those?
heard he did that.
Yeah,
like anniversary.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's like a bunch of
Not with his wiener out, but
No.
like he'd be in like
yeah, like swim trunks, whatever.
So it's not a true recreation.
No, it's not.
It's half-assing it.
Yeah. Is it still the same size, dude? We want to know.
Water cold. I don't smoke months at a time. Like I won't smoke.
Hey, we're far enough in this.
Like yeah. We'll probably get that now. Unless they're scrubbing through.
You're shipwrecked, but you have all human needs that you need to survive. What 2 other items do you want with you besides survival items? Like extras.
Flashlight. Cigarettes.
Hey, there you go, dude.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Really cool, but I fucked up that solo so bad.
You did.
It was
I know you
bad.
did.
Oh my
I
god,
know
it was
you
so
did.
like it could have been worse.
did.
Yeah, it could have been worse. Like it was bad though. But it's because I was like,
I'm sorry. I should have said no. You didn't.
No, I like when people are honest. Like I did though, dude. Dude, in my head I was just like, fuck, you know.
Tell me why you only let your guard down when you're high. Take a sip of something to feel nothing. You got me fucked up in my mind.
You guys got any ghost stories?
I once lived in this super fucking haunted house, dude. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I would hear like scratching and like knocking on those.
Really?
And no, this is the worst part. One day,
She ever makes her way back to me. Sometimes we gotta let our love worry
Hey, can you freestyle?
Got him.
I'm not a rapper, man.
I guess I could try. I guess
You wanna try?
I don't know. I could do some
You can
like
try.
pre-written freestyling.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of is.
Just try
Kind of
some.
is. Try
Okay,
it.
try it.
Let's flow something. Yeah,
I'll try to help you. I'll try to help you.
Do it.
I'll try to help you.
Yeah, he'll kick in.
I'll try.
All
I'll
right,
try to
all right, John. This one is on the keyboard. It says the acoustic
I'm
intro.
scared. I'm like,
Acoustic intro.
I know. I've
Should
never
be.
had.
I've never been asked to freestyle.
For Loom, they're owned by fucking Bell Tire. Loom Cannabis is.
Bell Tire?
Yeah, dude. Bell Tire owns Loom.
What?
Which is crazy.
Bell Tire.
Yeah, dude. They also own a cannabis company.
What the?
Bros and everything.
Dude, that is so weird.
I know, but when you got tire money,
Yeah.
you can have weed money too now.
Yeah,
You know?
no shit.
It's a fucking American dream now.
God.
Especially with the President of the United States there, but also in terms of the Congress of the United States. So if we could, but we can't, require vaccinations for the members, much less for the American people. Some people want to say, don't come into my store unless you're vaccinated, this or that. It causes commotion. But we don't have too much. I mean, there are some individuals who say, and I don't even know who they are, but if you say there are, that they don't want to social distance and they don't want to wear a mask, but that's incidental. It's not anybody important.
Right fucking there.
Damn.
Right fucking there.
Anybody important?
Yeah, but right there she says it. We can't require vaccinations, let alone the American people. Nobody out here. I'm like, I don't know why I'm standing here this tall, but I am. And like she's like getting all her clothes off to all these ticks, right? So then we're driving away. She's like, oh, phew, holy shit, we're driving away, and all of a sudden, here comes one up on the dashboard, dude. I fucking shit you not.
Oh
It's
my
right there, and we can
gosh.
see it. Like,
We were sending people. I made a post that was like, if you're more than $10,000 behind on child support, come up to the child support office. We'll give you a free TV and Xbox. And then my cousin Amanda called me and she goes, "You dumb motherfucker! There are people coming up here asking for that."
Oh no!
And then Muskegon does like they were cool about it. They were just like, "No, but there's brochures down the hallway. You should probably pay up on that." Like, but yeah, that was fun. That was.
Oh no,
that
that's
was-
so cool.
Now I don't know what to do with a goddamn page. Now that they figured me out, everybody's like, "Fuck that guy."
Yeah.
Fuck. Now
What's
I
Scott saying?
think I'm gonna use it as an OnlyFans promotion page.
I was standing at the back of the room and I was getting, she, like I said, she's sensitive and I think she was picking up the energy
Right.
in the room. And she said, someone laid their hand on my shoulder, like in a comforting kind of gesture. She thought.
Yeah, yeah, she thought, but still.
You don't know. And it really upset her because she thought it was me. But when she turned around, I was way up at the front of the room and there was nobody back there with her. So whoever put their hand on her shoulder, whatever their intentions, she couldn't see them. And
Right.
I couldn't. And so
It
she said,
almost
I really
looked to
wanna-"
me like armor.
And I have no idea. So
Right. I can
it's-
see what you're saying too, but when I first looked at it, I thought, wow, it looks like armor with some sort of medallion in the middle.
That could be.
And then with the staff there too would
Which
almost
looks like
make more
it's got
sense.
the energy.
How do you guys feel taking a pile driver? Is there some people you'll just be like, you are not fucking doing a pile
Dude, like a good
driver?
90% of people, if they suggest a pile driver, I'm gonna tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, right?
Be like, yeah, no, yeah, you can keep my money. I'm going home. This guy wants to do a pile driver, and I don't know if this guy can even throw a clothesline safely, so I'm fucking good, brah.
Well, there's like, I've done that before where I would tell people, no, fuck you. Like,
yeah, I'm not taking a pile driver from your ass.
I've taken like 4 or 5 now. Each one of them luckily has gone good, except for the one that I took in class from my fucking midget brother. No offense, he's 5'4.5".
That's cute.
I was gonna say about the bear spray is the bear spray. If you're the draft of the wind is going towards you, you're fucked. You can't use your bear spray. But also, if you are in a situation where you run up on a hill and a bear is charging after you, Me with a gun, I have
You're
to
so
be
fucked. You
I
bet-
have to be
good luck.
extremely accurate to hit that fucking bear in the head.
And not only that, but under the circumstance and the
The
adrenaline
pressure.
and the
The
shaking,
pressure, yeah.
like good luck, dude. Even
Right.
when I'm safe and I see, you know, like the kill I want coming next to me, dude, I swear the other day, like even it was my first kill of the year, so I got excited. But I remember I pulled back and I was looking at, even when I saw him, it was like instant adrenaline.
Instant.
And then, dude, fucking instant. And then, dude, I remember holding back and like trying to aim, and I was just like, why the fuck can I not keep still? Like,
Yeah.
I had to like give myself a second to calm down. And I was like, and I took my time with it.
I watched that guy was kayaking in like some shitty part of Florida, and this alligator like fucking just charged him and knocked him over. Can you imagine that? Like you just got charged by an alligator, now you're upside down in the same water.
Oh no!
He was able to flip himself back over, and you could see him just like shaking, and he got the fuck out of there quick. But man, dude, like
You guys remember that one? There was another video that went viral too of the guy with the bear attack. He was walking and his face was all fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah. On this podcast, there was his story. He got attacked twice by the same fucking bear.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. He
Round two.
he got fucked up once. He got up once the bear was gone over this ridge. He starts going across this trail. Same bear's there. Back on the trail. Looked at him. Immediately went and attacked again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bad luck.
Fucking pounced his ass again.
Love creating a photo. Like, you know, you see things every day, but then, you know, you can capture it in a perspective that maybe no one else has seen it in. And that's what I like about
Right.
it is, you know, everybody's unique. Everybody has a different eye. And, you know, I
That's
always
true.
said you could take 5 people to the same exact place and they will all get different photos.
Yep.
I mean, you'll all get photos of the same, you know, like if you're at like
General
a church.
thing, but-
Yeah, if you're at like a church, you know, everyone wants a photo of the sanctuary and the altar and all that. But, people will see different things from different angles, and that's what I've always loved about it is that you can connect with so many people and see art expressed in their way, and it's like unlimited, it's infinite.
Yeah.
Just like music, you know.
Yeah.
There's so many people making music nowadays, but music comes out all the time that's so completely different from
I had
the next
to-
person.
You fired. Yeah, that's good. You fired.
We're gonna build a wall. We are gonna build a wall, and it is gonna be huge. Huge. It is gonna be so great. It's gonna be fantastic. You know it, I know it, and everybody knows it.
That is too good. Oh man.
Should I just do the rest of the podcast like this? Would that be wonderful, splendid, and fantastic?
Dude, that's too good. That's too good.
I was Trump for Halloween one year.
Were you?
Uh-huh.
Really? Got one of those big old Trump face things.
No, I got the wig and I painted my face orange. And I went to school and I took the mic and I gave a speech. I said, "We're gonna make Halloween great again." On the podium for the.
I was told that so I was adopted from Russia. I was in an orphanage. I wasn't told. My parents were told by doctors that I probably would have been a couple inches taller if I would have got the nutrients that I was supposed to get.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So what the fuck happened there, man?
So I was born in Siberia. Mother just put me in an orphanage.
This
She's like,
fucking whole conversation just took
right.
a turn.
Yeah, let's just get right into it. Story time, bitch.
Story time.
Story time. So
Okay.
I was born in the mountains of Caucasus.
Son of a bitch.
I was born in Siberia. That's such an awesome transition.
Yeah, dude.
So what happened? Let me tell you.
I was born in Siberia.
Yeah, the mountains of Caucasus. The closest I'll ever get to it is when I put the order away at work in the freezer. I'm like, oh, I'm
no
home.
shit.
It's the closest I'll ever get to going back, because I guarantee if I go back to Russia, they're going to be like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Oh, I'm home.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Ma!
I was adopted as a baby.
What the hell going on?
Another statue of me? Hot damn!
Okay, and we're back. Round two.
So it was.
So is it just one
hell of a
camera
long
set up
process.
in one spot?
Yup.
And that was the documentary.
Yeah, right.
It's the best I got, man.
We're supposed to.
There's no like cutscenes.
Oh, that was the whole thing. There's a lot of editing that needs to be involved that he's gonna try to do, and we'll see how that goes.
I was just proud of myself.
That's what I'm saying. Is somebody's gonna go to edit it. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, this is the only camera angle for.
Well, there's
10
more than
days?
there's more than one angle.
Exactly what it was like to be in the studio with Kill Tomorrow.
Yeah. There was more than one.
By editing.
There's like 4 angles, maybe 4 angles.
And most of it's just me pacing around the control room for day after day.
Yeah.
I watch some of it. No one else even moves. They just sit in their spot, and I'm like, ping, 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 ping around the control room.
You did a lot of contemplating, that's for sure.
I watched it. It's like, damn, you're weird, self.
So it was a good time. What was the hardest part? What was the hardest part of recording?
Probably our bass player walking out on us. What do you think?
This is off the rails. What the fuck? Holy shit.
We found this thing and we looked at each other and went, Jesus, that's you, Miller.
Yes.
I have to.
Smashing pills.
Smashing them.
Candy. That's how I picture it, at least.
Yeah. They just get the gummy version.
Right.
Can you please give me the gummy version? I have a hard time swallowing pills. Like, why?
Seen you swallow bigger things, bitch.
Boom.
You got a problem with pills?
Throw it out there.
That was pretty cool because we ended up going to Meijer and buying one of their like ducks that you can buy in like the checkout lines that if you click it, it lights up. So we're like, all right, like let's just fuck around, like let's just bring this with us and see if we can get anything to happen. And like we set it in the middle of the floor, and we were having, you know, like just like a conversation with everybody around us, and we were like, just turn the duck on. And like in 5 minutes after we asked that, it just started lighting up on its own.
Really?
Yeah, and it did it like 3 or 4 times while we were doing it, and it was like, what the fuck, dude? Like you have to put pressure on this thing to light it up. And it's like we didn't buy it rigged, like
right.
It's from Meijer. Like it was one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had.
We haven't gotten it to do it anywhere else.
Yeah, it was just there.
And just there. At this point, too, no one was even paying attention to the duck anymore.
Right. You're just like, I'm going to record.
Oh!
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, shit.
And then it will turn. Will it turn back?
Breaking fake news. Breaking fake news. I have a made-up title. Leader of racial relations in Western Michigan.
I'd go. I'm much better like Arab.
Oh,
but I
At
always
least-
go to that
at least
when
you
I
went
start
with the
out with the
soft
Mexican.
A. At least you went with a soft A.
Arab. Yeah,
I was selling weed back then. That's how I'd made the money.
You're like,
to
yeah,
get
I'm getting
good
front
seats. I'm
row.
getting good seats. Better. So you fill her up. It's got the step by step. You fill her up. You take your dumpy dump. Goes, I think it's fucked up that if you ain't got no money, you can't have as much fun as everybody else. Everybody back there on the hill, I see you. I was broke 2 years ago, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no.
I want everybody on that hill to come up here and party with us.
Oh, no. I had like 6 people.
Most of them were
And,
related.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they finally got their daughter in who could speak English, too.
Beautiful.
And I was like, oh, this is great.
Oh, this is so much better.
This
You have
is
a, you have
much
a
better.
paid translator.
So at the time I was like looking into the astral projections, I was like, all right, well I'll write a step-by-step process on how to astral project and like give my, professor something cool to read. But in the process, I actually like learned a little bit how to do it and actually had a couple successful things where that's what she's doing. I mean, if you can master the astral projection, the theory is you can exit your body while you're sleeping and you can be in your natural environment.
Right.
So you can walk out the door of your front door and walk in the street, but be asleep on your couch.
Right.
But like, I feel like there's something to the younger kids. Like I said, when I was younger, I had more control versus when I was older. So I think that when you're younger, I don't know why, but I think that the younger kids have more of an inclination towards that.
Well, they don't have any preconceived notions.
Yeah, so
they're
she's-
not being told, no, that's not real.
Yep.
Got mail.
Uh-oh, dude.
Oh, shit. I think we got some more mail. Some more mail in the mail bag. John's had one run through.
Maybe the cheese touched you somewhere when you were a kid. So I got a doll right here.
There was like a problem outside, just like some stuff we had to like work out and talk out outside about the show and make shit run.
Right.
Fuck, dude, I didn't get him a salad or anything today, dude. Yeah.
You still got a day job though, right? Or no? Or
Yeah,
you going full time?
I work at the at Forest View Psychiat. I work at the I work at a hospital. There's Forest View over there. Y'all fire me. Or there's Pine Rest. Y'all fire me.
Why is there always a Pine Rest?
I don't know, dude. I don't know why it's always woodsy.
Yeah, there's.
It's always woodsy.
Every one of your pics looks like the bottom of a pizza box, bro. Do fat chicks use you to douche?
And also purchasing the house or like certain things like that. So this person that just drive at home, like this person has had a special set of skills, or like Liam Neeson. I'm not gonna play with this guy over here. Get me off this podcast. Get me out of here. Wrap it up.
Right.
But there was like this really sophisticated camera that we had in the camp. They called it like the G-Boss, something stupid.
The G what?
G-Boss, I think.
The G-Boss.
This thing was like an eye in the sky, dude. This
Bring in
fucking
the
thing could
G-Boss.
see out like a couple miles down the road. It had thermal night vision. It was like really advanced camera, you know, but it could see. It was like the fucking eye of Sauron, like Lord of the Rings shit. Just it could see all around, you know. So usually, like if we get shot at, we would just call it in, and then they would look for it
with this
camera. And then, on some occasions, they would just drone them, just drone strike them. Boom.
The best go-to method is just have the 100 motherfuckers that really fuck with your shit.
Yeah.
That's like cool. I got 100 motherfuckers that fuck with my shit. Like,
yeah.
That makes you feel a lot better than, like, I got like 8,000 fake followers and, you know, my number looks good, but nobody comments on my shit or nobody likes it. I'd rather have 100 people like what I'm doing, right?
Right.
Hey, man, find like the 10, you know, artists you think you sound like. Then go to their pages, see what they're doing and how their people are, you know, interacting. And then you start conversations with those people. You don't come after them and be like, hey, check out my music. I'm like, dude, that's Jehovah's Witness kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a musical Jehovah's Witness.
Do not. A number found in Revelations chapter 7 and 14 will go to heaven to be kings and priests with Jesus Christ. They say that God will start a worldwide war called Armageddon, and the people who do not obey God or worship him the way he expects will be killed. Holy shit. Damn.
It's my work
If
girlfriend.
the Metallica Load album cover was a person, that person would be Justin. The man goes off an I fuck cattle, sheep, or swine vibe.
Yeah, this part.
Didn't make it past the first fucking level.
Fucking A, dude. This is so hard.
Yeah.
Dude, how does this shit have like Dolby surround sound?
It's in there, right?
It is.
I started appreciating it immediately. Look at that. We went to Target and I went Christmas shopping for like 4 people and spent like $800, man.
Call this radio station and do this. Bro, if you're listening to this and you're in a band, don't fucking call your radio station. Don't request songs, and that shit matters, bro. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care. Like, your band is garbage to them. They don't fucking care, right?
Yeah.
You don't have somebody calling them, acting as a record label rep in their marketing department to sell you to them. Fuck your band. Forget about the radio. That shit's never going to happen. You have to build that relationship. That's what you have to do. Your market is the internet.
Yeah.
Spend all your money there.
Yeah.
Right? Go there. Like, forget about it. Oh, well, I don't understand why, this band. Well, it's because they have money. Like, I have one of my best stories about this exact fucking thing. You ever heard of the band Soul?
Soul? Yeah, they've come around.
We've known those guys for a while. I think the singer's the original guy in the band. I think. I don't know. I'll be.
Yes, I can't do that.
Are you doing it from your throat?
Yeah. Back there.
I thought you.
Parangarico.
Parangarico.
Now roll the R's. Parangarico.
See, I can't roll the fucking R's. That's why.
Say it again.
What did you say?
Parangarico.
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 And I'll try. What was the second part?
All right. It's
Parangarico.
Parangarico. Hot sauce.
Lettuce.
Hey, everybody.
Just
sing some.
You gotta keep making those. Those are funny, dude.
Yeah.
Those are like the. Secrete oils! Don't let me down!
Show you guys how I
Hurting all day.
That fucking ridge is thick.
That thing's gonna release spores into them whores.
Behind the coral.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that thing eats semen?
Up in that horse. I love it.
That thing looks like semen.
Their new album.
in
Spores
the
up
water.
in them horse.
I don't know about that TikTok. But Michelle's all about it. Hey, Michelle, show me your TikTok. Bring your friends.
I don't know. I feel like I stand by stealing more than I do steal, but I will fucking steal from you. I will fucking steal from you. Just clean up your butthole for sure. Yeah, I want to get mine bleached. I asked a couple of girls about it. They were like, maybe don't. I was like, okay. I didn't know there was,
don't.
I didn't know there was a process. I thought it was just like getting your butthole
First-
bleached. Asshole situation.
Uh-huh.
Because it's just, it looks like ground hamburger meat, and it really shouldn't. Like I'm
You
never
got a
gonna get my
hemorrhoid
asshole. I think so. I've had someone tell me that. Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
You got a hemorrhoid?
Yeah, we gotta make gangbang. I'm like, no. And he's like, you get 2 McDoubles. And you get a McChicken, you put them shits on top of each other as a McGangbang. You know, like he was putting me on the game, and I'm like, you suck, dude. You're Satan. You get like just your first little knuck in there. First little knuckle, you push the toilet paper in, you stand up, get it like kind of in there. 'Cause it'll suction. Your butthole wants to suck things up in it.
Yeah.
Or anyone who has a dog Instagram that they're making money from, and they're like, just got my dog, the fans sent in some dog treats and dog dildos. And fucking
dog dildos.
They're like, oh my God, the dog's fucking it, and you're like, I hate these people.
I will fuck him up on sight. You can tell him right now, and I have him on my friend list right now just to see him and see wherever he is at any time, dude. I fucking hate him, everything he's about. Fuck him. Dude, you don't know me, and you want to talk shit? Fuck you. God, dude. I've been holding on to this for years, dude, just because, like, everybody loves him, dude. I don't give a fuck about him at all.
That's fair.
Or his roots.
That's fair.
Those roots? Damn. That's all the way back to like.
He was like, yeah, Sean Trombone. I was like, cool, whatever that is. And she was like, all right, just go and grab one. I was like, cool. I was like, what the fuck is. Like, the first time I sat down, I was like, what the fuck is this thing?
What is this? What's this? The tromboner?
Dude, for real. Like, I called my entire section like the tromboners all the time. My band director was pissed.
Yeah, the tromboners are ready.
When they have
tell
that,
what's the most
laser
interesting
eye?
eyes?
Ooh, I don't remember the diagnosis. I would never want this. I would never want this. But where the middle of your focal point is, like what you're looking at, instead of seeing the image, it's just a black ball. So all you have access to be able to see is out of your peripherals.
What? Yeah, so they put oil out on the lane, and you can completely change what the ball does by how you put the oil out on the lane. So there's all kind of crazy different layouts. Like there's a guy that works for Brunswick that I know pretty well. Like his is basically like middle finger up here. This finger's all the way down here. It's called a Sargeaster. We're dropping you. I'm like, and I laughed. Like, I'm like, they're fucking with me right now. Like, this ain't real. Like, you don't want my money? I kind of laugh. I'm like, no, seriously. And they're like, no, seriously, we're dropping you. We're focusing on traditional comedy clubs.
The money you'd have to invest.
Yeah, you'd have to put a lot of money into that to make it into that. It's, I mean, for what?
Just get some real brick.
Yeah, for the purpose it serves, like, it's solid. Like, so I kind of explained that to him, and he's like, so it's your best room? And I'm like, no, it's probably my worst. He's like, but it holds 425. I'm like, yeah. So it's your best room? Like, no, like, it's not my best room. It's called the Black Hand, where someone just reaches through and like the curtain and like gives you a bottle of water or whatever it might be, and he's like,
Here's you go. I'm going to give you some words for which to use for speakings. Go ahead and use them. Use them. Use the speaking words. Use the speaking words for your speakings. Oh, you'll speak it.
Oh.
It's time for your hot takes.
Yeah.
It just gets you. Gets you in the room. Gets you in the mood. Why did I say room? All right. So what's your hottest take right now? What do you think? What's like a really hot take? Swedish fish, man. Swedish fish.
China is very quickly taking over the fucking world. Someone told me yesterday.
What?
That was the fakest name they ever heard.
John Penman.
And I had to explain to them that was my mother's last name. And that was it.
Noises from his jowls that to the tune. But Mike always gave me permission to smoke weed. He just doesn't remember when it would happen.
and the girls would come in. So I thought I was really smart one time. I was smart. I bought a bag of pizzeria combos before I came down.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm a pro.
pizzeria combo.
I'm no puss. I know what's up.
Yeah. All right.
Corona and combos. You had a Gatorade, but you kept carrying on.
Oh yeah, I was pouring more into it.
You're like, no, it keeps getting full.
You scare somebody. How quick do you got to get back to your original spot to get
a
to the
minute
next person?
36 without a group. And they
Get
say,
low. I'll get right on the ground if I have to and crawl at them, and they'll fucking see me.
No, he did a lot of crawling in that video. I was like, look at this
Crawling on my
motherfucker.
knees and shit.
I know you.
Go back.
Pentagram.
Oh yeah, you'll always see a pentagram or a penis or something like that.
The penis. That's like probably 90%.
Yeah,
if there's graffiti, there's gonna be a penis somewhere. No matter how shitty of a penis drawing it is, there's gonna be one somewhere.
You don't see a graffiti artist that just specialize in really nice, veiny, triumphant penises. You know, they're just gonna be those loppy,
Yeah.
things.
Just,
You know,
just loppy schlongs on the fucking wall. Why? Yeah. Did you know there's a fucking there's like basically an art park in the Detroit area though?
Yeah.
Where they allow people to go there and do graffiti.
Yeah.
I just learned about that a couple podcasts ago. I was like, holy shit, dude, that's actually pretty cool. You checked it out?
I think we've driven by it or whatnot.
Like, well, maybe it's just what you believe. And if you can get yourself 100% committed to believing something, that when you do die and your spirit leaves your body, your spirit leaves thinking that's what it's supposed to be. So that's what you think it is.
Oh, but it's the same thing for everyone, but
Right.
like your perception.
So if your perception is I'm going to hell,
Yeah.
my life's shit, fuck this, and you do a bunch of nasty things and you think you're going to hell anyways, well then when you leave your body, you will go to a certain sort of hell that you believed hell was. If you believed hell was eternal burning, then maybe you will feel your spirit will be eternally burning.
I'm at the
Just add the face tats.
Haha Comedy Club in North Hollywood, and he did 3 N-word jokes. It was a white guy.
I just say avoid it, just
yeah. Most people should avoid it. It's very rare.
Most people
most
should
comics
just avoid it.
Most comics should realize, hey, I'm probably not funny enough yet to talk about this.
Exactly.
You know?
Like surfing in the Olympics now. And there was like one fucking person.
No, that's an issue I can get behind. Right?
Yeah, no, there's like one dude from fucking Hawaii that started talking about how like it was like
cultural appropriation.
Yes, yes, yes. It's like
oh my god,
so
fuck Hawaii.
Like, are you serious?
I'm on the fuck Hawaii train.
So,
Fuck that entire group of islands. It's not even a state. It's like a bunch of places with a river between them. How are you gonna have like 10 different places and call it one state? You know?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like
too many peninsulas.
You thought you were the
not peninsulas,
first
islands.
people that decided to put a fucking board out in the ocean and stand on it.
Right? How fucking revolutionary! You invented pineapple too. That you think you fucking cucks. Want to talk about culture appropriation? How about all the indigenous people that you guys killed when you took over that place? All that culture you appropriated.
Yeah. There's a version of me out there who's a porn star. There's a version of me out there who is like
really into astrology.
Yeah. I mean, you have to
like doing crack cocaine, an aborted fetus. Soul that's going into the aborted fetus already knows it's going to be aborted.
Mhm.
What's the lesson?
Wrong vessel.
You wouldn't have that non-existing fear of mortality. And
Like doing crack cocaine, so why wouldn't you just choose the most affluential? Like, what's it to the soul to learn a lesson that causes grief? The act of being a ghost, you're this crazy spirit who can go through walls. You're unaffected by gravity or anything, and you
Or
choose to
time.
haunt the carpet that your cat peed on. That
Right, yeah.
You've been pissed about for 30 years.
We need the come button before I die.
Come button. I want the come button.
They're like,
who has the better come button? All you'll have to do is think come.
yeah. You don't have to press the button. The button is your brain.
Is that like the universe, right? Come button.
Come button? Oh, come button.
Come button.
No,
it's like come button.
The come button.
It's gonna be hard enough to get through a work day.
Yeah.
As soon as you get home, come.
Karaoke. That's just me getting to show off for a bit. Is there any better feeling than doing something musically and just being like, yeah, that was me.
Come, right? Come button.
Come button.
Right.
That's my talent right fucking there. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
That's karaoke for me. I love it. I believe in things I love. Just as a there's a chance we can make it now. We'll be right till the sun goes down.
I know the song.
So you consider yourself good at karaoke then?
Yeah, I would.
You walk into the attic and it's so fucking dilapidated. I love
Creep
the
up
music.
to the mic.
I love it. And
when he says creep up to the mic, he means keep your same volume and move closer. He doesn't mean get closer to the mic and talk quieter, because that, in
I'm trying to
fact,
speak-
creates no progress.
I'm trying to speak eerie because we're talking about ghost stories.
Well, you know what's better than eerie? Audible. You don't like bands with two vocalists because you've never seen a band with two vocalists perform and look normal.
That's what I said earlier. I
Oh,
said
my
maybe
bad.
I've maybe never seen a good band like you just said, despised icon.
And she's looking at me, and I'm over here like, I'm like looking around. Are you staring at me? It might be the time I'm gonna experience this moment.
Oh no.
She puts her coochie, like I'm laying on the ground.
Coochie.
Her coochie is just like right on top of my face, and I'm over here like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
People are specific about their coffee. Are the lines still on at Popeyes?
Shit. Like we just.
Why is it taking so long?
The way that
Tell me.
The way that
this is the
so
people don't fucking understand this.
Okay, so
you got Packager 1, 2, and 3 working at the
Yep.
same time. What are they all doing?
You need sweet and sour. Or
Okay,
whatever.
so all three of them are running together, right together. They're all running together, right?
They're
Yeah.
No, they're
Come on.
condiments only.
So condiments only.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep,
Then they
condiments
stand
only.
there.
And then
Come on, hit me with staff, please.
Yeah.
So there's a legend about the Melon Heads, and
Yeah, the Melon Head legend.
yeah, which essentially goes. There was an insane asylum next to Felt Mansion, which is what it was towards the end of its tenure. It actually was an old Catholic school. It was a detention center for young boys, and then I think it was a male detention center as well for older men. So essentially, towards the end of its tenure, it was an insane asylum. But the legend goes that when the funding for the asylum shut down, they let all of the patients run wild in the woods. What the legend goes is that they're still out there.
Hello?
Hey, Pete.
Hey, who's this?
Hey, it's Alexi.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, dude? How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad.
Good.
Not too
I'm actually on a podcast right now, and we're promoting Pete's Big Jerk. We got it on the screen right now. Yes, sir. We started talking about Pete's Big Jerk, and I told him to look it up on the Google, and sure enough, there he popped up.
Oh, that's funny.
Go and like do our jobs, and they put us in our old like trailer areas that we were in the first time I went there. They've been there for years and years, and it was funny because when they were bringing in the refugees, from Afghanistan and like all these places, that's where they tried to put them, and then they said, oh, these are not livable.
Oh.
And I was like, now they're not. Now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it was wrong for them to like move them somewhere else. Like, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying like you put your own people in there.
Yeah.
And we were there with like there were a couple of British like units that were there too.
Yeah, it's
with
like
us at the same time. I was like, I think it's unlivable for them, but you'll put us in there continually, no problem. I was like,